Today's Cosplay Con Talk episode is sponsored by Moco Queen Color Contacts. Don't forget to use my code Wayne for 10% off at checkout at mocoqueen.com. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. How's it everyone? Wayne the Known here, and welcome back to another episode of Cosplay Con Talk, where we basically discuss everything pertaining to the cosplay community and conventions. Yeah, I think that's the intro. Anyway, I have a big group of people on here known as the Sakura Rangers. You may recognize Amy from when we did her interview cosplay, get to know that cosplayer back in 2021. But we also have some new faces. So we're going to have everyone introduce themselves, say hi to the class and everyone, starting with McKenna, if you would like to
first, because I'm showing up first in the Hi, I'm McKenna, Makanai cosplay. I've been cosplaying forever.
Just the eye twitch. How many years have you been cosplaying?
You know that gif of how much did you spend on your cosplay?
You're in the category, as I put it, cosplay veteran. You've been cosplaying for 10 plus years, and you've seen all the changes in the cosplay convention.
Let's see what it's nearly 20 years now. I think it's 19 years.
Oh wow! So you've been cosplaying since when people when people had to wear the shiny wigs for their anime characters, and the outfits that didn't fit anyone, or they have to get them special ordered.
I don't know if there was special ordering back then. It was just you just made it all yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Party City wigs were the only wigs.
Or as I seen pictures from when people were going to anime conventions back in the 90s up here, it was the bright shiny wigs that if you take a picture, it would just shine real bright.
Or just dye your hair.
Or just dye your hair.
I cut and dyed. That
it worked. It worked. Next up, Anna. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Anna. I am one half of One Spoon Cosplay. We elected not to have both of us on here because we are identical twins and we do sound exactly alike.
Oh, so you're not the first. You're not the first twins I've had on here on the series. I've had twins before.
Oh ho.
Yeah.
Maybe people we know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because you all know each other, right?
Yeah. Twins all know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a fact. That's a twin fact. Don't look it up. It's part of the secret twin
society.
Agenda.
You have to have another twin in order to be part of that group.
Yeah. Twins, triplets are on thin ice.
Quads and up.
Once you start getting up to
twins.
Sextuplets, we start to be like, okay, you're just showing off.
You're just the Weasleys at this point.
You're just three sets of twins, and
you're just three sets of twins at that point, okay? But anyway, I am one half of One Spoon Cosplay. We got involved with the Sakura Rangers via cosplay chess. So that's pretty much where we met you guys at SakuraCon. And then that just turned into all of y'all roping us into your skits. And now here we are. But yeah, we've been cosplaying since, I want to say 2014. So almost 9 years.
Almost 10 years. So almost 10
years.
Happy early being a cosplay veteran. Almost. Next up is Tyler. Care to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm the Canadian of the group.
Not the first guest from Canada to be on this channel as well.
Oh, there you go. There's a lot of people from Canada. There's a lot of people up here. People don't know that, but guess what? Canada's full of people.
All within 10 miles of the border, too.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
There, once you go past that, it's just cold and barren, and no one wants to go up there. So, yeah. What's the question? How long we've been?
Introduce yourself. How long you've been?
I'm Tyler. I've just been cosplaying. I've been over 10 years now. Probably just over 10 years, maybe 12, 13 years, something like that. So I got that veteran thing. I've seen the phases. I remember when I remember when things
the
were
yaoi paddles.
Homestuck.
The Sharpie bath.
Yeah. Homestuck. Where's my Homestuck poster? I'll put it
No,
The
finish
cringe,
introducing
we don't need to see the
yourself.
cringe.
Yeah. One of the Rob and I are like the and two other guys are like kind of the OG Sakura Rangers, and we have a whole story of how that happened. We'll
Oh,
get
yeah,
into that
looking
later,
forward
or
to
maybe we
hearing
never
that.
will. We'll keep it a mystery, and
Well, pending.
adds to it.
I am
Uh,
We're
writing
supposed
the
to go and talk about
mythos.
ourselves here. What?
Yeah.
What? I don't understand. Why am I here?
Yeah, right. So when we I just want to. I'm already going on a tangent. Here's my tangent.
Okay.
As soon as we used to always do a podcast.
Tyler's tangent.
Tyler's tangent. And immediately as we started this and you're doing the intro, I was just like, I just had this wave of like doing the podcast vibes coming back. And I was like, oh, this is what it was like. But now we got to talk about ourselves instead of our guests talk about it. It's a weird flip of the coin.
Oh no,
so,
trust me, it's different when you're on that other end of someone else's podcast.
Yeah.
Like on the bright side, I don't have to record, I don't have to edit, I don't have to post.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got to show up. So I don't know if I answered anything. That's who I am. I'm a cosplayer, been doing
You
it for
pretty
a
much
while.
introduce yourself right
I'm
there.
the one from Canada, smack in the middle of Canada, in Saskatchewan. If anyone wants to go look that up, it's above Montana. So.
Not just Saskatchewan, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, don't you know?
Saskatchewan.
Don't dox it.
try saying-
Doxing Tyler. We're
Oh,
gonna end up
God.
with too
No.
many fangirls at his door.
It's a big city.
Yeah, they'll have to find. Good chances here. They'll just be looking for some person.
See, it is more than 10 miles over the border, so there is less people.
Now here's the catch. There's someone with my exact name in Regina. So if they go to Regina,
Oh, okay.
But now
that
you
rhymes
just
with
said
fire.
Here you just dropped
No,
your
don't
doppelganger.
oh no.
We should move on.
Tyler's double.
Rob,
Okay.
feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm the sane one of the group. My name is Rob. I'm not sane at all. Don't
None of
listen
us
to this
are. If you're
man.
watching,
He's a liar.
this, no one is sane on this channel in
Absolutely
general.
not. No. Hi, I'm Robert. Tyler and I were two of the original founders of this group, like he mentioned. I've been cosplaying since 2005. Thanks,
So
McKenna, for going
everyone
and picking
everyone here's a cosplay veteran.
Except Anna, who's a
Oh,
baby.
and just a year or
That
so
hair.
shy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
If we
all in our
combine Anna and
30s.
Patty, that's 18 years.
She can ride on my shoulders.
There
Yeah.
you go. Trench coat.
No, but yeah, been doing this forever. Cosplay group kind of started with weird coincidence. I'm sure you'll be asking about that later. I don't want to go and tease too much while there's still somebody here to go and introduce, even though she's been on the podcast before, because she's fancy like that. So yeah, that's me.
Yes, and welcome. And of course, you again. You remember for them from
You again.
you again.
Me again.
You may remember them from when I was still doing the Discord interviews when there was just a picture and no video. Amy, feel free to introduce yourself and how you came about being with this group. of
I
misfits.
am of misfits, but I fit in perfectly. So maybe I misfit with the misfits, or you fit with the misfits. Does that make you a misfit? Anyway, I'm Amy. I've been cosplaying since
It makes you a fist mitt.
a fistfit. I've been cosplaying since 2012 and I fell in love with it. So last year was my 10-year conniversary at KonmoriCon. And I've always loved acting and dance and theater, and I love song parody and writing. I love writing. And so I was begging people to do skits with me for years. I was making costumes for them. I was recording all the audio. I was having people record stuff on their cell phones, and I was using it because I was happy to have audio. But then I met Rob, and then we started doing skits with people who wanted to be there, and they actually are better of quality. No, I love all the people who let me drag them in. But yeah, you start winning when
What's
you-
that say? SoccerCon. What? Can you show that again, Rob?
Is that best musical or best?
No, this one is our 2018 cosplay skit contest best in show award.
That is a really. If you could take a picture of that, I want to show like a bigger picture of that. Cool.
Absolutely, I'll send it your way.
That looks. I love.
SoccerCon has beautiful trophies.
I love,
I
really do.
I love
That
seeing.
was-
Even the questionable shape ones.
That was the year before Patty and I joined, and it's been downhill ever since.
Yeah,
I've
if
seen a
it's
lot of,
story time,
I've seen a lot of interesting. Real quick before we go to story time,
yes.
either Tyler or Rob can answer this because I know you guys have been doing this for the longest. Who came up with the name Sakura Rangers?
Oh boy.
I asked Rob this question one time because I was just like thinking about it at work, and I was just thinking, where did it come up with? And then Rob gave me the answer, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna let Rob take it because he's already answered it before.
I feel like we have to get into story time a little bit here because the name is directly attached to it, unfortunately.
Hey, that works.
Okay. Okay. So it's a cold night in whatever the bleep year that was.
2013.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking there. Okay, good. We have
Yeah, that
consensus.
sounds
Okay.
sounds right.
That
Yeah,
sounds
okay.
right.
So
That sounds
2013.
right.
Yeah. It's the beginning of January, and I have just put in an application, my first one ever, to SakuraCon Cosplay Chess. Which, just to give a little plug here for, well, them, quite honestly. Yeah, McKenna specifically, but the whole of the cosplay chess crew. If you are going to SakuraCon, if you have any interest in live theater performance, if you want to volunteer your time, but don't necessarily want to go and volunteer yourself for the entire weekend on there, SakuraCon Cosplay Chess is one of the best experiences you could possibly have at the convention. It is a highlight for us every year. Highly recommend everybody go and sign up for it because maybe you'll go and have moments like what happened here. So I applied for Cosplay Chess first time as the Red Power Ranger, the Mighty Morphin series. So,
Respect.
OG. Yep. Classic. Anyway, so I've applied for this, and I get a response back pretty quickly on there from I actually don't know on who was the one that responded on there. I assume it was our friend Michi, who was
Yeah, it
running
would
the
be
show at the
Michi.
time. Okay, it was Michi at the time. I'm saying, hey, got the application. Thank you. We'll be reaching out with placements and all that later. Great. What was not known at the time to me is that I was not the only one that applied for this within the same 24-hour period. Yeah.
God, yeah.
So turns out Tyler,
Yeah.
our friend Cole,
Yeah.
and our friend Dane had all applied as Power Rangers at the same time.
Within
Not
24
friends then.
hours.
Hopefully, it wasn't all Red Power
And they
Rangers.
weren't necessarily all friends when this happened.
We're all different colors too.
Okay,
It was-
good.
yeah.
Red.
No, all
I
different
was-
colors. Technically, there actually were more that applied because I had some friends who were interested in doing this in morph suits, so I had actually filled out applications for them as well. Apparently, mine's the only one that went through from that group, though.
Weird. Our story is that for us, Cole and I had both gotten we are friends. We're both from here. So we had got our costumes, but we were actually going to apply the year before, but our costumes didn't show up until like the day we flew. So we were on our flight out.
One of those.
Yeah, and then they were going to his house. He was living with the parents at the time, and they texted him saying, "Your costumes have arrived," and we're on the plane going to
Yeah,
Sakura.
it's just one of those God damn it moments.
So even that makes it really weird that it shifted us a year later to be. That was also our first time applying to cosplay chess.
Destiny.
It's all these things that had to align to make
It was meant to happen. Just had to wait a year later.
It really was the case there. So we all applied, and our friend Michi got her hands on all this and just assumed that we all knew each other.
As
Because
one
within
does.
24 hours, 4 different colors of Power Rangers applied to cosplay chess. What
Just-
would you expect?
Exactly. And they only knew one of us at the time.
Yep.
Just Dane. Dane was
Just
the only
Dane.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead. He died. Oh my god.
Tyler, take point.
So Dane.
hey,
Is he back?
he's
Okay.
back.
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened. That was weird.
So we only knew Dane.
It was Dane's curse. He passed
Dane,
out.
which you guys might know because he was part of the
Anime Hunters.
Anime Hunters.
So
Were huge on the Pacific Northwest scene. When I started, they walked by and my friends were like, those are the guys.
Those are
They
the
host
guys.
the best, funniest panels.
The OG funny panel guys from those early 2000s. Yeah.
Absolute delights of people, and yeah, we all love Dane. We all love Dane so much.
fantastic.
All of us have groped his butt affectionately in the past.
And he has groped ours.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Consensually.
As one does with friends.
Yeah.
Get to the
It's a
chess-
theater thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Get to
Anyway,
the chess game before everyone
Yeah.
assumes you're a polycule.
yes. That's a good point right there. Also, Rangers by definition are a polycule. I just want to make that point here.
No.
Anyway.
No.
Rob,
Okay,
what are we
fine,
talking about?
can't mess
Sticking to
with
the
people, can't mess with
mythos.
people.
Story.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, so we finally go and hear back. Placements have been made and all that stuff. And now the panic happens.
Dun dun dun.
Because all of us are looking at our emails. And we're clumped together with people we don't know.
Oh, damn.
Some of which we can't pronounce the last names of. Now, I recognize Dane's name, once again, because of being in the infamous Anime Hunters and all that stuff. So I
He's the
reached out to him
guy.
first. It was like, hey, I'm Robert, blah, blah, blah. Do you know these other guys by any chance? It's like, I have no idea who they are. And we're having a quiet freak out between the two of us. It's like, oh God, how do we approach this? I'm not used to this. This is not normally the way that this goes. Oh God, what if they don't speak English?
I mean, if you look at their last names, not an unvalid question.
We're not going to completely dox
Like,
Tyler.
yeah,
here.
yeah.
No,
I got
we're
a
not
long ass
doing
last
that.
name, very Ukrainian, very common here. If you
Yeah.
had that kind of name here, you'd just be considered just an average Joe. But that's what's weird about different countries and different regions.
So
Yeah.
a little
Any-
inside chess baseball here.
Mhm.
We try not to. So I was one of the crew helping to run cosplay chess for years. Still technically am, but I've stepped down where I am in the hierarchy because I joined this lovely group of people and to do stuff with them. But we try not to like completely saturate a cosplay chessboard with characters from one series because then it becomes more about that series than all of the characters interacting. So we will on occasion group characters together. So say I think y'all were rooks, right?
I think we were knights. Were we?
It was almost corner.
Yeah.
If you can remember
Okay,
that,
whatever,
you're never
whatever.
going to get
Yeah.
Alzheimer's.
It was
Maybe
knights
we're
or
wrong.
There's
bishops.
other stuff I don't remember.
That's all
but
I remember. It was knights or bishops. It was one of those
was-
two. And I
it's-
only
it's-
know this
okay.
because the next year we were the other.
Okay. Well, so it just because we assumed they know each other because they all came in. It was like, oh, okay, this should be fine. We're gonna make the Power Rangers the knights for this team. Yeah, and then turns out
Yeah. Yeah. Then absolute chaos went and broke out as a result of it. So yeah. Then we reached out to each other, ended up hitting it off, had a great time. Then other panic went and came in because we realized, oh dear freaking God, we have 6 fights, and this is our first year doing this.
Oh yeah, we had so many fights because each of us had like our own. God.
yeah,
I was
Yeah.
because each knight has
Yeah, it had a thing, and then and then it was just going, and it was crazy.
It was
crazy.
pure insanity. And this was the late night game, by the way, that we had originally been put together for. We did end up getting drafted to main game earlier in the day, but that was neither here nor there. That was just us as alternates. But yeah, it ended up being an awesome night. definitely struck a chord with the chess community. And not to overstate here, but we were very much welcomed in with open arms after proving that, number one, we could do that much. And then number two, the more important thing, we were able to keep the audience entertained the whole way through, which, that's the best thing you can hope for as an entertainer in those kind of situations, is that not only the people around you are entertained, but the crowd as well. So that was great. And
I would interject number 3.
Yeah.
You can't overstate the importance of reliability.
yes, you are right.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So, yeah, that was where we started. And then
we asked
we
you to
get
do
to-
it next year.
yeah, no, the name kind of came about more than anything else just from that larger chess community. We do kind of throw it into the favor of both Amanda and, to a lesser extent, McKenna for coining the name. Amanda was the first person that I ever heard use the name, and it just came from that late night game afterwards when we were just addressed as the Rangers. And that was later followed up with, somebody going and saying the Sakura Rangers. There's
It's Sakura Con.
yeah,
Power
Nice.
Rangers. Yeah.
exactly. It was
little-
just an abbreviation that kind of got put together, and yeah, it just kind of grew into a thing from there. Because then we started getting just called that. Like
Yeah.
people just started referring to us directly as the Sakura Rangers. It was never
I
Amy.
mean, it fits, and I think Amy,
Yeah.
you're the one who actually told me about Sakura Rangers in the first place.
Yeah, at the time, a few years ago, we were doing a weekly or bi-weekly podcast, which would be the next iteration of it.
Yep.
Because it went just cosplay chess group, and then podcast, and then skit group is kind of our timeline. And then KomoriCon host, I guess, would be our current era. We're in our hosting era.
I mean, you guys been going strong for almost 10 years. That's
Yeah,
If it
I
was
mean,
2013, yeah.
it was.
That's-
Yeah,
It
no.
would have
that's-
been because 2014 was my first year, and you guys were established at that point.
Damn.
Which is such a weird thing to say going into it with a second year. It's just like, you guys are established.
Oh, I forgot to ask McKenna, how did you come about being part of the Sakura Rangers? Because I asked everyone else, because I know Anna already mentioned that them and their twin about how they got, but I didn't ask
Yeah,
you.
I
So how did-
adopted them in the divorce between me and Michi. That's their joke. Michi and I are still life partners, but when I stepped down from cosplay content or cosplay chess staffing in order to perform with the Sakura Rangers, she and I came to an agreement that I would get Hannah and Patty, and she would get Maxie as staff to help then take my place in staffing.
Claim them. To clarify,
Because I
Michi-
wanted all 3 of them, and we had to compromise. So I got Hannah and Patty in the divorce.
Michi and Amanda are the same person who runs
Yeah.
cosplay chess. Just for the clarity for the listener, it's been getting used interchangeably.
Nice.
Yeah, so the boys started a podcast. I don't know if there's any more story to it than that.
That's kind of on where it went on there. We did our first year with cosplay chess, and like I said, the community just embraced us so well.
Yeah.
And yeah, people just kind of found us entertaining, and we had this idea. I do think it was a bit more on the homogenous side, but I'm going to give credit to our friend Cole, who was one of the original founders as well. Because at least to my recollection, and Tyler, feel free to correct me on this, because I God only knows. I think he was actually the one that kind of floated the idea. It's just like, what if we just talked about conventions and our love of them?
So, because what was happening, we're from far away, and so basically what's happening is, like, if we wanted to see each other, it was once a year for 3 days, and so it was coming to thing where it's just like, hey,
But it was worth it though.
yeah, we're friends now, so let's hang out a little bit more, and let's at least once a week talk to each. So we didn't even start it as a podcast. There's like, we would just play video games. We had a game night or something like that, and it would just be us talking. And and then it did evolve. And I will say it was probably Cole who wanted to do this because he was the one who's probably listening to podcasts where like this is again a while ago where podcasts where everyone was starting to do them because it was so with the internet and microphones and technology nowadays, it was starting to become the crate. It's just a very ease of access. And
Oh no, I agree.
Yeah.
2013, that era, yeah, definitely the podcast craze.
Yeah, so it was the case of that is like, hey, this is a reason for us to every once a week talk, hang out, discuss things. Often we always pointed towards cosplay or con related things, or
Video
other just
game,
nerdy
anime,
culture, any of that things. I had like we tried different things. We had like our different segments. I always had my anime corner segment where we
I
talked
thought you
about
said anime PORN for a minute.
anime
No.
corn. Well, no.
No.
Well, I don't know.
I heard anime corn, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait,
You
wait
trying
a
to
minute.
say
No.
We keep that segment behind the beaded curtain.
Extra for the anime corn.
We'll keep that in this. That's too funny not to.
It's that kind of podcast.
I mean, I have to have some humor around these. They just can't,
Yeah,
We're not funny enough for you guys.
this is a history lesson. Is what we're going. We're history
Yeah,
teachers
this
right now.
is-
Is this the time to go and
This
plug
is
our
honestly a
OnlyFans,
really-
guys?
Our OnlyFans.
Only
Yeah.
Rangers.
Time to plug it.
Yeah, it's just a picture of
collective only. I'm still waiting on my check, Rob.
Oh man.
No, so they were doing the podcast, and one day Cole couldn't be there for whatever reason for recording, and Rob asked me, "Hey, are you free on Thursday? Do you want to be Cole for a day for the podcast?" And we just played it off totally flat, like I was like there was no like we weren't announcing a special guest or anything. It was just
We
suddenly
did
McKenna
have
host.
we did have special guests often, and that was always a thing we did. But yeah, I guess that sounds like a thing we do. I don't even remember that, but that sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
Make,
No,
so.
that's exactly what we did.
Like,
we had
so
this
I
running
adopted
joke.
Cole's colors, like, because we were color coded because Power Rangers. So I adopted Cole's colors, and suddenly I was just in there, and I was regular recurring. I wouldn't say I was a host or a special guest, but I was there often enough when I had free time to be able to record. Yeah, and then I think it was once Amy got pulled in with that first Overwatch skit where I was asked to help join them on skit, and I have a background in theater production, so we were able to up the game a little bit on everything.
Because I had been doing skits for a while, because like our friend John, who's in the thing, we did Let It KO, which was an Elsa Sub-Zero cover. I had done a Death Note skit.
I remember your Let It KO one.
Yeah. So I had done some skits, and I wanted one of those glass trophies, and my friend dropped it while loading her car. So that was really tragic.
Oh,
so now we have to do enough trophies so I can get another one. But
just
I have my solo one back there. But
do you have a picture of that trophy before it? Just
I have one. And then I have the fragments. Tyler, you don't have to fish them out. They are in your basement, though.
I was gonna fish it. I was like, I got them here somewhere. I got them.
Again, back to the trophy things. I think trophies are the coolest. But that honestly, your guys' origin story of how you came to be, that's like one of the awesomest stories I've ever heard. I know awesomest is not a word, but I'm coining it as a word.
Hey, we'll accept it.
We'll take it. It has good vibes.
It's Mighty Morphin. Yeah.
Hey,
more phenomenal.
You're gonna hear a lot of nerd puns as on the other segments. You're gonna hear a lot of freaking nerd puns on here.
It's like any good wrestling team. You guys did not name yourselves.
No.
Oh my gosh.
You just had someone else name you, and it wasn't Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
so. Following the year of after the Overwatch Diva skit, I then went to Anna and Patty, who we knew from Cosplay Chess, once again rolling in people from Cosplay Chess community, and was like, hey guys, you're now part of our team. You have no choice in the matter.
I would like to go and bring up here real quick that McKenna just decided that unilaterally too. Like
Yeah,
no,
it was
no
a
discussion or
surprise.
Discuss
anything.
it with
McKenna just went
anyone.
shiny mind.
It was a surprise. We were surprised.
Oh man.
I distinctly remember getting added to the group chat,
Yeah.
and literally as they've said, there was sort of just everybody being like, what are you guys doing here? And it felt like walking into a room and immediately everyone at the party turns around and looks at you, and you're like standing there with your bowl of chips, and you're like, I have an invite. I swear I know people here. I swear I do know people here, and I was invited. And it was just like,
that is
like
so relatable though.
for a moment, it was very like.
Well, I had met you because we had fought in cosplay chess as Shigo and Fred and
Mhm.
George, and I killed one of you and made the audience real sad.
Yeah, yeah, you
Oh.
killed Patty.
Oh,
And then I met
God.
Rob because I was at cosplay chess late night at like 2 a.m. and I thought the thing was going to end an hour later, and I have no sense of direction, and my friends were at the hotel and my phone was dead and I did not know how to get back. And I only asked one person. I asked Rob, but I said, hey, do you have a phone charger? At the time he worked for a
that's what you
company.
were talking about in your interview? Because I remember you talking about your phone dying.
He had a charger because he worked for a company and gave me a charger.
So you were slightly mentioned in Amy's interview 2 years ago, Rob.
Yeah. You have a great memory.
I try. I mean, I've been doing this for like 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
2
that's
years.
impressive. I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
It was pie.
It was raspberry pie.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Pie for
The
breakfast?
I saw a
pie.
picture of pie.
Oh God. So moving forward now.
Yes.
As much as I would love to go on this whole long spiel about your guys' origin story, trust me, I would love to.
I mean, you pretty much have heard the whole of the origin.
Oh no,
story. Now it's just a
I'm
minutia in
like
between.
now on to so altogether, I mean, you don't have to name everyone, because I remember Amy telling me how many members were in the group altogether. How many members total are in Sakura Rangers, like number wise?
11.
So this is
11
yeah.
exactly.
I'll let Rob handle it. It's nuanced. 11
Yeah,
for
it's
skits.
a little bit nuanced on there. So there's kind of tiers to this, and I want to emphasize, just because you guys have kind of heard of this here, this is a friend group first and foremost. Like, we all legitimately like each other. Most of us love each other. Occasionally,
you
some
love each
people
other.
bite each other. I think that's also
I would say we're more of a family, Rob.
I mean, you
in
guys,
the Sicilian sense of the word.
I mean, you
Oh.
guys are close enough to
Oh.
where you grope one another's butts. That's what I mean.
Oh, that's
Oh no,
A
guys.
bunch of us are married to one another, so more than one.
I mean, only you and I legally.
Ken and Bree.
Oh yeah. I was their witness. Yes.
Yeah, wow, good
married
for that.
what the hell, Amy? You were there for the wedding.
This goes back to Amy not being able to remember breakfast.
Yeah.
I'll let
We
Rob
can
handle
forgive
this
her.
question.
Yeah. Anyway, just to go and wrap this up here relatively quickly, at least this question, because this ain't gonna wrap quick. Just a warning now.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so as far
3-hour
as our
podcast.
active performing base, we have 11 members. We do also go and have what we refer to as the honorary. We have people that are our supporters. They are people that we work with. They are people that we try to do everything we can to go and help their con experience so they can help us with ours. We've got a couple of members who we hand off our recording equipment to make sure that events get recorded. There are people who just help us out in material acquisitions. As far as performance is concerned, we are a group of 11, but as far as the number of people that we have that are Sakura Rangers, it's closer to 20 at this point.
Oh geez, you have that's like a big D&D party right there.
Pretty much,
We're
yeah.
a family.
Yeah, like McKenna said, we're a family group. We are people that just like each other's company, and we're all relatively like-minded. One of the things that started up our now defunct, on pause, might come back to it eventually. Well, who knows?
We've had
We're on
talks.
podcast.
hiatus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hiatus.
yeah, part of what started us off with that was at the time the convention space was going through a pretty major change. You had the whole Heroes of Cosplay thing that was going on. It was starting to become more commercial.
I remember Heroes of Cosplay. That just showed a very dark side to cosplay.
Yeah,
And
most
that's
people
just
try not to remember it.
Yeah, well,
No.
it definitely affected the space. We got a lot more commercial entities that came into it. There was a lot more ego that was coming into it as a result of that. There was a lot of clout chasing. And the convention space was losing a bit of fun, at least in my personal opinion. It was kind of our opinion at the time. Hindsight, how we feel, I don't know. But part of what started off is we wanted to go and be a positive force. We wanted to go and talk about the things we love with conventions. We want to talk about the good things. We want to talk about the things that keep us going back. And that was one of the things that kind of led to the podcast, at least in its proto form. It changed into something very different ultimately, but that was something that we loved, and it's why we wanted to go and bring our friends in on it. It's why Sakura Rangers wasn't just about the guys in spandex. It was about the people that we want in our lives. It was about the convention space that we wanted to continue to make better, that we wanted to go and help inspire other people.
Oh,
Oh,
it got ruined.
he reached his
F in
sentiment.
chat.
Oh,
F in
with
chat.
my internet today.
Rob,
Oh,
you
goodness.
reached the max sentimentality and you got dropped. We need to get back to the funny
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Wayne wanted us to be humorous.
Zoom,
Wayne
Zoom,
said-
Zoom,
Okay,
Zoom,
yeah,
Zoom,
yeah.
Zoom
Be
was just
funny.
like, Zoom was just like, we get, like, Zoom was just like, we get it, you know, like too much awesome. Like, okay, time, right, Rob, you're cut off for the awesomeness now.
We
Okay,
get it.
okay.
You
Zoom,
love each
Zoom
other
just
and you
can't
love
handle it.
conventions.
Zoom just can't handle the coolness, man.
All right, all right. Well,
Zoom can't handle the love.
yeah. Then let's get rid of the love. Cole, fuck you. You owe me money.
Oh, there it is.
Hit his ass.
There's what makes this podcast series wonderful. Oh God.
He does. He probably does.
What did he
always
do with
does.
the bag of Canadian quarters I gave him?
Oh God.
Nothing
So-
responsible.
So now on to the the cosplays you guys done all together. As much as I know, like there's like I know that you guys done a lot, so I'm gonna like cut that in half and talk about each of your favorite individual ones. So starting with McKenna, what's been your favorite cosplay group to do with the Sakura Rangers?
With the Rangers. Oh my. I can't say all of them. Like I'm gonna say all of them. Just because every single one has something special and different and unique about each group that like is different and unique. And so although I will say that this coming Komori-con might be my favorite. I don't know if we're spoiling what we're doing yet.
So I call as Dave from Anna Medford, he kind of coined that term, and I'm going to use it. Shout out to Dave of Classic Girl Entertainment. I'm going to call it a podcast exclusive.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
So as a podcast exclusive, what group are you doing for this year for Kumo?
Fruits basket.
Fruits basket. Yeah.
Oh, man.
And something Disney. There you go.
And
There's a little
Disney, yeah.
intrigue.
Yeah, there you
Something
go.
Disney.
Ooh.
So like
Ah.
I get to like the previous years for Sakura Ranger stuff, I had purchased costumes. This year, I was backstage in a puppeteer suit. This year, I'm sewing a costume. I love it. I'm probably one of the first ones done with her costume.
Oh, if you don't mind me asking, who are you cosplaying from Fruits Basket? Are you using OG Fruits Basket or the one that's more faithful to the manga?
We're the 2019 remake. We're trying to keep honest to just the first season to not spoil the anime of for anyone who hasn't. We're trying to get people to watch it, so we're not trying to spoil too much. Watch it. Watch Fruits Basket. We trust that it's good. It might first couple episodes might feel a little Shosho Uwu, right, Anna? Anna live tweeted the.
I was
so
I was
man.
live tweeting through the first episode because Patty and I had never watched it before, and we were live tweeting in the Discord chat, and I just kept being like, every single time these characters lock eyes with each other, and there's the burst of sparkles, and it's like
eyes, those big anime eyes.
And like I was like, I don't hate it. I just find it very funny. This keeps happening.
Yeah.
And it's just so shoujo. It's
Welcome
very
to anime,
fun.
baby.
It's anime, baby.
Oh man.
So I get to make that, but I also get to make puppets for our performance.
Puppets.
Puppets.
Puppets. Cute. Wait, is that
Googly eyes made them better?
Is that is that Kyo?
Not
it
yet.
will be Yuki, Kyo,
Not
and
yet.
Sakura. Not yet. Not yet. It's just Kyo's head. And so I get to make hero puppets for the main three.
Okay, but not gonna lie, seeing puppets of Kyo and what's his name? Don't hate me, people.
Yuki.
That is the fact you're making puppets, because I've never seen anyone make puppets from the characters, but the googly eyes are just perfect.
McKenna's our resident puppeteer.
I
after they made us
gotta ask,
Minecraft
are you gonna keep the googly eyes on them?
Maybe just in keeping
No.
with my own puppet style.
No.
Just bring Kyo.
Just so they match Goose. I have a Goose puppet.
Just bring
The
Kyo
director is
Kyo.
telling you no. The
Just bring-
director.
Just bring Kyo on
But
stage
what
and he has
if I-
googly eyes.
If I put like paper over to make it look like sleepy cat eyes, it looks like eyes.
He looks angry now.
They've had enough.
It's Kyo. He's
exclusivity
always angry.
for this exclusive. We can't tell him everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
no. All I will say before I go into Anna, be sure if you're going to Komoricon this year, be sure to be amazed.
Come
and
to the
surprised.
cosplay contest.
Come
Yes.
to the cosplay contest. Yours truly will try to capture what I can. Anna, what's been some of your favorite or favorites group cosplays you've done for the Rangers?
I mean, I agree with McKenna. Obviously, I like all of them that I've done with y'all. I personally have an ego, and I am going to say last year when we did my magnum opus,
Toad
Mario Mia, Here We Go Again,
Ooh.
in which we were Mario characters doing Mamma Mia songs.
Okay, if you guys have a picture or video of that, please send it so I can show that.
It'll get posted. I'm actually
Yeah.
right now exporting video to make sure that we have it just isolated by itself and
Good.
not part of a 2-hour
Hour.
video that shows the
Yeah.
entire cosplay contest.
Oh no, just like a quick 20-second thing I can just plop.
Well, I can sing my Toad songs if you want.
Oh, you can't just do that voice.
No.
Nowhere.
Give a man a warning.
last year's show was so fun. We got to do silly disco dances. The costumes were just so bright and peppy, and I got to be Short King Mario.
My short king.
And Amy got to be my Peach. And it was just
Tyler
a
was
total
Luigi.
blast.
Like we've
Yeah, Tyler was my Luigi. John was our Bowser, and him and Tyler kind of worked together on choreographing the fight between Mario, Luigi, Bowser. I just showed up and looked pretty.
You can watch it on YouTube. It has go-karts, stage fighting, and disco.
You guys basically had your own Mario Party / Super Smash Bros thing going on.
Basically.
We really did. We really did.
Man.
And
Rob
Rob
gained a character that he did not want.
yes. Rob
did not
gained a
want-
personality trait.
Oh God.
Is it
He's
Waluigi?
wearing the hat.
It's
He's wearing the
Waluigi.
She's
hat.
wearing
Yeah.
the hat.
I still hate this character with a fiery passion, but I know people love it, and I love making people laugh, so I will just continue.
We
Continue
gotta-
to cloud that.
Son of a-
The
Rob
call,
diagnosed funny man.
the call and response from the crowd all of last year, where you just
Oh,
go there
yeah.
and you go, wow.
Yeah,
I have
God.
a cult in
It-
4 conventions now.
4 conventions have a cult of Wa.
The
There's a cult
best
of
part
Wa at 4 conventions.
to me about the video from last year is that at one point Rob, in the because we pre-record all of our audio, so Rob in the audio for the skit goes as Waluigi does, wah! And because he had previously been doing the call and response with the audience, you can hear in the video the audience going wah! Back, and it was like, Rob,
Definitely
what have
gotta
you done?
send that. Definitely, it reminds
Rob,
me.
what have you
It
done?
reminds me of that Overwatch era when people would cosplay as McCree and people always say inside noon, inside noon. It's like, no. Oh God, I'm getting flashbacks of being asked that too. Oh,
It's honey.
oh God.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Oh God. Amy, same question. Favorite
Yeah.
favorite Sakura group cosplay.
I'm going old school. Mine would be the our Overwatch group. We did Belle's song, the Hi, Bonjour. And I get my best ideas on the drive back from con. So I illegally called, I hands-free device called
you
Rob
illegally?
Drive.
We don't condone doing stuff illegally on here, Amy.
I use my hands-free Bluetooth device and I call Rob.
There we go.
I say, Rob, I want to do a skit. And I had talked to Rob. Rob is my platonic cosplay soulmate because he is one of the first people who I interacted with who takes cosplay like performance as seriously as I did. And I always wanted to finesse all the details and everything. And he also did. So we knew it was only a matter of time before we did something together. And I was like, I want to do the song from Beauty and the Beast, the Belle song, This Provincial Life, that's what it's called, with the different ultimate calls from Overwatch. And we wrote it. He wrote most of it. We have a pretty good synergy when writing these days now. And we just started picking people from our friend group who we knew did chess. So we were like, Tyler loves Zenyatta. Tyler, you can make a full robot suit in 2 months, right?
Yeah, and I did.
And travel it from
Wait.
Saskatoon to Seattle.
You made a full Zenyatta suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We had him
yeah,
on
yeah.
an office chair like this.
Yeah, so
I wait, sit in an office chair in that pose. I hate to say it, but if I had to do that to pose like that in an office chair, my ass would go freaking numb.
yeah, not bad. I made the thing, it's surprisingly comfortable in the waist because he's just wearing pants. So you literally can just have those pants and then all the armor is just everywhere else.
Yeah. If you have a picture of that or video.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd have to find it. Yeah.
I'll send you a bunch of media stuff here
Yeah.
in the email,
Yeah.
and then you'll have
Sounds-
goodies to play with.
I'm looking forward to that. That's
But for me, I was super excited. I got to do a lead, which I love doing because I love to perform and I like it. I just like it. Everyone likes it. Anyway,
Diva, Amy.
I got to
Well, yeah, she was dressed as Diva. Yeah.
Diva. Yeah.
And I made a Belle Diva hybrid outfit with like the logos on the apron. I went off stage and I did a costume change because I had the suit underneath. And my friend tried to zip it up and the zipper was stuck until the last second as I am walking and getting zipped. There was lots of fun stuff with that. I had viral pharyngitis while recording the audio and it was like the deadline. Anyway, lots of fun stuff. We won Best Musical that year and it kind of solidified our group. So it is the beginning of something
you keep
great.
getting it wrong. We weren't Best Musical that year.
We're best in show.
Oh, he's bringing out the trophy.
We're best in show. Yes, because
Yeah.
the soccer
I
used
see a
to do their
cat. Sorry.
judging different.
I saw a cat. Can you show your cat,
That's-
please?
That's
We
that's
allow
my boy.
we allow pet, we let we
Oh
allow,
no.
we allow pets we allow pets being shown
That's
on
my
here.
boy. He decided he needed attention
He's
immediately
he's
right
making,
now.
I am not objecting to have pets on here. What is his name?
Yeah, his name is Tugboat.
I love him.
Um,
He's so precious.
and he's 15 pounds of lovin'.
Oh, little chunky boy.
And I did not mean to
Half
interrupt
a brain
Amy.
cell
I did
on-
not.
No. Sorry, I
Okay,
saw like in the corners. Like, is that a cat? Anytime I hear or see, or there's a pet nearby, I always gotta have a little pet cameo.
Pet Cam.
Pet
Say
Cam.
hi to your
Oh.
adoring fans, Tugboat.
But yeah, Amy, real quick to wrap up the Overwatch group thing.
I was done.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect timing then.
Yeah.
Tyler, same question. What's been your if you have one? What's been your favorite group Sakura thing?
Man, honestly, I'm just gonna go back to the
No
the
duplicates.
Zenyatta was fun. It was great. It was a good challenge for me to be like, can I make a full armor suit in 2 months.
I mean, if people don't know what Zenyatta looks like, look him up. The dude is just nothing but metal and probably like pants. And that's it.
That's it, metal and pants and some floating balls, baby.
And
and
the floating balls. Does he also have like multiple arms in some of his skins?
Yeah, that's his
and the
ultimate. He gets the arm thing, but it's like a halo thing, and it's I just the OG. What I'm gonna say though is honestly, our original Power Ranger outfits. That was just fun because we did this thing that I actually don't think I've done since. Is like we got ourselves locked in a spot in a pose. With us just all Power Rangers doing like fist up posing at each other. And we got caught in a spot where we literally couldn't move for like 15 minutes because people are just taking photos. Oh. And as soon as those people walked away, more people would walk up to take more photos. And it was just that continuously for a while. And we're standing there for a while going like, our arms are starting to get sore here this long. And like
my arms, my thighs,
my everything.
My neck, my back.
It's just the case of like that fun part of like you're there getting your photos taken of that, and you feel like, oh, I'm starting to burn. I can feel it, but I wouldn't trade that for it. I don't think I've had that since where we get somewhere and you just get sort of just you're trapped. That's what's happening, but it's trapped in a good way. You're trapped because people love you. And that's gonna be what it is. It was that the OG of just like this is way back when again where like seeing group cosplays was a little bit rarer and people really liked it, and you see something that's you're nostalgic about, people are just want to stop and take a picture because they're just like, oh my god, seeing one ranger is great, but seeing a bunch of them here in all the different colors, just the whole troop, it's just mind-blowing. So that's mine. That's my favorite of our group cosplays, and it only includes Rob. Sorry guys.
not the slime one where you got to be the lead.
I don't know. That was another thing. I made a whole
sleeping on my
coat.
bed right now, anyways.
They're all high up there because we have a lot of fun ones.
Not when we had you sleep on stage for half the show as
again. That's a hot one. You're making all these ones that all I remember is being hot.
You were hot. You were
I was hot.
When
I was
you're hot. You're hot, Tyler.
Temperature wise and attractive wise.
That's right.
Pokemon Snap.
That
was another experience.
Rob, same question. If you have any favorites or of the groups you've done for the Sakura Rangers.
There's so many. If I have to narrow it down to one, it's going to be KomoriCon 2019. That was such a different experience for me. I've gone to KomoriCon many times in the past. I've obviously been doing conventions going all the way back to 2005. But that was my first time. We weren't guests that year, but we were staff. We were entertainment. I'm trying to remember what our actual classification was on there.
Host the cosplay contest.
We were industry.
We were industry.
That was it.
Yeah,
that's what it was. I
remember it was weird because we had this one badge that said industry, and I never saw a single other badge like it.
Exactly. No, that's why that sticks out in my mind on there. I couldn't remember what it is.
Yeah.
But that was a great year for a lot of reasons. That to me was the culmination of everything, not only that I wanted to do as a cosplayer in terms of making content that people will enjoy and making things that people will hopefully love, but also getting a chance to go and perform something really different and really special with, friends for life. I love everybody in this group, and just having everybody be able to go and perform our My Hero halftime show. Everybody got a moment. Yeah, whether it was Aizawa using his ability to kill a quirk so he doesn't have to go and sing Let It Go and taking a nap on stage for the following 10 minutes.
That was me.
Yeah. Or watching the twins as Bakugo and Deku literally just giving completely into Bakugo's ego. And
Bakugo's ego is pretty up there.
That's why I'm perfect.
Everyone loves their flaming gremlin.
I love a man who will advocate for murder. No, I'm sorry. No, I can't say it.
Oh
Dear
God,
FBI agents
was he-
listening
what
in on
was
this
he-
call,
what-
I
what
don't
was-
mean it.
What was he called? He was called like a piece
King
of
Death
flaming.
Murder.
I think it was
King
called.
Death Murder?
I think he was called a flaming piece of trash or something in one of the
Okay,
episodes.
Oh,
that's it.
probably. He's been called so many things.
I just call him. I just call him the angry fiery gremlin.
Oh, I've got him. I've got him up
No,
on the
no, no.
wall right there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
I
that's
see-
a
I
print
see
that
him.
Sierra got for me.
I see him.
Yeah,
Sierra,
that-
another member of the Sakura Rangers.
Shout out to Sierra and all the other members
Shout out
that
to
were
Sierra.
not here.
Love
and
you so
Kent,
much.
man,
Mwah.
Kent's performance that year.
Kent was
Oh,
great.
I hyper. So we did a Disney medley, and I love the song Hellfire, and I hyper
Everyone
fixated.
loves that
Isn't
song.
isn't
Yeah.
Hellfire
So good.
Hellfire from Hunchback?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we made our goofy Labrador Retriever friend Kent do Hellfire, and I tried to put in like 2.5 minutes. We did like a minute of each song, and I had like 2.5 minutes, and Rob's like, Amy, you cannot perform all of Hellfire. I was like, but McKenna put some flames on the screen
Yeah.
too. It was so good. We did like in fact, McKenna did Reflection as Invisible Girl in a black suit with the gloves. So we turned the lights low and did black light and with like a mirror. Oh, it's like artistic.
And it was my mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was wearing the most black.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah, Sierra is Froppy doing Princess and the Frog.
That just
Bree
sounds...
doing Poor Unfortunate Soul as her souls as Toga is still one of the highlights of my life.
What does that sound? What does that fit for Suyu Asawi's Princess of the Frog and Toga for Poor Unfortunate Soul? It fits.
it's
all of
probably
this
my
was
second favorite thing that we've done.
Yeah.
Again, I'm glad Amy's remembering all this to send me so I can like.
I have a little list going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good,
Amy put
because
together the social media
I'm
package
gonna have to like.
for
I'm
the
gonna have to
Rangers.
like. I'm gonna have to like work on this on a. No, wait. I may be going to a cosplay fashion show in Ashland that day. I don't know yet.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
If you really were committed to becoming the ultimate Sakura Rangers fan, we have hours of content before you even start up all the cosplay.
They even have their own care package.
Here is the highlights.
Be sure.
Contact us on Instagram and YouTube and all
Yeah.
the things. And
Oh God. So now that we talked about that, I did this with the Cosplay Coven group and the Dallas Fort Worth Host Club. Back to McKenna. What video game anime would you like to see the group do?
oh, that's a good question.
Ooh.
It can be from any source of nerdy media. What would you like to see the group do?
I think I'm still gonna hold out for my Oops All Villains. Which was an all Disney villains group.
Ooh.
So even if we don't do a skit with it, guys, I want us to be villains.
I mean, that you just need to go and say, hey, I'm doing this then, or I'm doing this at this time. What you playing?
Yeah. Well, it also relies on me finishing Cruella because I am insane and weaving the faux fur myself. So
Oh geez, that's a lot of fur.
It is a lot of fur.
Are you making her fur coat?
Yeah, the OG Cruella.
Oh,
fur
from the
coat.
Disney, from the 1960. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of fur.
it is a lot of fur. It's a lot of wool. It is my ambition project.
Are you gonna get the cigarette, the long cigarette?
I've got all of the props. I'm down to making the coat now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
McKenna,
but
that
motivation.
coat will not just be hot, it will be hot, 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 if I may.
Hot.
Depending on what time of the year you do
Fashion.
it.
Yeah, no, this is a spring at the latest.
Okay. So you'll be like somewhat sweating, but you won't be like you won't be turning red like Mr. Krabs.
Oh yeah, no. I am very well aware of my heat tolerances.
Okay,
so.
good. Anna, same question. What source of nerd media would you like to see the group do?
So small peek behind the curtain, and the reason why Amy is currently chuckling is the way that we choose skit projects is essentially all of us pitching different ideas and then voting on them as a performance group. And so the ideas that I have pitched in the last I can't say couple years because
Rounds,
my one
yeah.
from 2 years running was Mario, and that got done. And now I'm
Just
content.
keep submitting
except
it.
just keep submitting it forever. But I have an idea for a speed racer.
Oh, you know what the funny thing is?
Group,
that was
and
yes.
I just really love how goofy Speed Racer
Are you talking
is.
about OG Speed Racer where they're
Yeah.
only like their mouths are moving?
Yes. Yeah, I love it. It's so Speed, my beloved.
I can see
but
that.
Tertiary to that also is just Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because that is the only anime that I will admit to watching willingly, on God, because I'm like, no, that's not an anime, that's art.
No.
Studio Ghibli is art.
Yes,
still at it,
but I'm
when you
talking.
said Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, my mind went to a very sad scene.
Oh, yeah.
If
Which
you know
one? Like, there's so many.
I want to make some people
But
cry
no.
here. Big Brother Edward.
I see. The thing is, that didn't make it into Brotherhood. That was OG Full Metal.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
My bad.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why they did put it in Brotherhood.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to say, and this is completely off tangent. But I want to say that one was because they followed the manga up until that point for the original anime, and then they went off because the manga wasn't done.
Yep.
It
was that era.
Yeah, and so Brotherhood, they just skipped that because that had already been covered accurately in the last show, and so they just
I made a lot.
They still
Anyway.
the beginning of Brotherhood still went up to the part where Brigadier General Hughes, as we should honor him because he was dead.
Yeah.
He
Rest in peace,
still
F
died.
and chat, all of that. Yeah.
Sad day for Rain, isn't it?
So that was a sad thing. The whole thing of like, why are they burying Dad? He's got to go to work. Why are they?
No. We don't
There
need
you
to
go.
cry.
That's
See, what you don't know, Wade, is Tyler and I both have Ouroboros tattoos.
We do, yeah. And then Anna's gonna get one as well, right?
And Anna, yeah.
Anna,
Wait, join us.
Get the,
Whoa.
Oh, it's not that kind of podcast,
This is not
guys.
this kind of podcast.
Payment for our only thing.
That is too much skin. Anyway, Amy,
you can get it on your tongue for gluttony.
No, eyeball. We're doing eyeball for
Do not
pride
eyeball.
there.
He's got pride.
Amy, what kind of nerdy geeky media would you like to see the group do?
Oh, I thought the question was going to change for a second.
Where do you want your Ouroboros tattoo?
Brock's not here for my wonderful joke of saying Evangelion and Les Mis.
Oh my god.
I'm in.
But we are not we're not singers, we're just people who talk with our voices drawn out and take many takes. One that I've been submitting over and over is She-Ra, and I think we might be at the point where it is now irrelevant.
OG or Netflix.
I love the Netflix one. It's so gay. I love the makeup. I love the costumes.
The animation is really good. It's up. I would say it's up there with that new My Adventures with Superman series on Adult Swim.
It's a really cute style. And I wrote a High School Musical She-Ra one, and it's gotten really close a few times.
Then COVID happened.
And then COVID, we were going to do it, and then COVID happened.
It was supposed to be our 2020 skit, and then...
Damn you, COVID!
Yeah.
I was going to be She-Ra, and Mama Santa was going to be Catra.
I think someday we should...
fully made my entrapped away.
That kind of fits with Mama Samu's cosplays I've seen recently.
Yes.
It would have worked, plus it would have been nice to see that big... Wait, would it have been the headpiece or the short hair?
Whatever she wanted to do. We didn't get that far.
I would love to see that in the future.
I think one day we should just produce it and upload it exclusively to the Sakura Rangers YouTube as the Sakura Rangers
the Lost
Files.
The
Lost Year.
The lost episodes.
Yeah, the lost episodes, just really lean into the mythos.
When we cast, we do first, second, third choices, and Tyler wrote Hordak.
Oh, right.
I was willing to throw down. some
Amy,
more
how do
actions,
you
body
feel
paint.
about me being your husband's love interest?
I have already cosplayed and trapped us.
Okay.
Wait, isn't it trapped to the one with the claw? Wait, no.
No,
The purple hair,
That's
yeah.
Scorpio.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen a cosplayer where they basically like made like a big wig and they put their arms
Yeah,
inside.
we were gonna do a puppet wig.
Oh, that's just a lot
yeah.
of, again, just like the Cruella, that's a lot of faux fur. And
McKenna
felt
goes
too,
hard.
if you're using
I-
felt.
I was,
McKenna loves
yeah, it was
a
gonna be
puppet.
fleece and then wig hair.
Oh,
Scorpio was going to be Anna because after Bakugo, I decided Anna cannot have use of her hands. So Scorpio was the perfect next choice.
No hands.
Oh man.
Look, ma, no hands. Yeah.
Bad pun.
Okay.
Bad pun, no cookie, as a buddy of mine says.
Okay.
Tyler, same question.
Man, I don't know if I have one. If it was anything, it would have been like I always have like a lot of Kingdom Hearts cosplay, so it would have been like something like that. But I already kind of got that. Again, this is just Rob and I, but we were part of a Organization 13 group, so we all had Dane as well. Dane was part of that as well. So we were part of that, and we had we did like a improv show skit thing for a panel. So we did. So now that would be the one I already did. I can't really think about any others, honestly. I've been in it long enough.
Redo of the OG Rangers with the new squad.
We even did so many Rangers because we also went into like other weird variations because we did
the
Ninja Rangers. We did our own OC versions we did the Mafia Rangers.
I'm just gonna stick to the OG because after Wild Force, I just got lost.
Yeah. We made one up where we did a quick change, and then underneath our spandex we took that off again because that's a thing that we like to do is like we will just be on the board and we'll just have like Raker clothes on top, but it's all like tearaway clothing, and then we tear it away and reveal our spandex underneath and then put our helmets on.
Oh my god.
So we would morph and everything. So we did it one further.
He goes for the whole Jujutsu Kaisen look.
Oh god.
Is that who is that? What's his name?
It's
Gojo?
Gojo, yeah.
Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen.
I guess we know what Rob's is.
Yeah, that's Rob's choice right there.
I already done all mine. I don't have a group one because I've already had all the ones.
So is that your future one, Rob, is to have everyone do Jujutsu Kaisen?
It's my hope on there, even if it doesn't happen for a skit performance or something like that. I had an idea that I got way too invested in and way too passionate about. So I don't care if I'm just going and mocapping something and making it happen, or if I get the whole group into
just
it.
Rob,
I just hope I get to it.
One man show.
The Lost Files.
Ooh,
yeah.
Zoom decided cutting Rob.
You just
Don't talk about your dreams.
You just see Rob walking on stage with just nothing but a mocap suit.
I mean, yeah.
My God,
my dream
what
of
is wrong
toe
with
tracks as well.
I'm telling you, we need to start
I ask myself that
Sakura
question every
Rangers
day. What's wrong with me?
Sub-channel Sakura Rangers Lost episodes.
So, and I don't think I did it in the other two ones, but I have like two suggestions for you guys.
Oh,
One is Street Fighter.
I've already done Cammy.
Oh, that's right.
So there we go. Yeah, I've done Cammy.
Yeah, and John's done
Oh yeah. Ryu.
Yeah.
And the only other ones I can think of is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And,
I wrote a Street Fighter skit, actually. It was a short one.
And or Dragon Ball.
Oh.
Ooh, Dragon
John
Ball.
would love that.
I had a Dragon Ball idea.
I'd love it just a Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super.
No, I wrote a Street Fighter Fight Club type skit, like just a 3-minute short one. But I wasn't liking where it was going. Like
it just like it didn't fit the vibe at the time.
it didn't have enough jokes.
Again,
I mean,
John
you really
also has
I really can't
Scorpion
like
and Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, John did Sub-Zero. I've done Sub-Zero.
Didn't you and
Separately.
didn't you and Mama Samu do Sub-Zero and Scorpion?
No, me and one of my close friends from my hometown did it. And we went to KomoriCon and we played in the gaming section as Sub-Zero and Scorpion wearing our costumes. And then they took that picture and they put it in their slideshow for a few years, which made me feel nice.
Nice. So last question before we end this. McKenna, overall experience with the Sakura Rangers.
Oh.
Mid.
Just mid.
C tier.
All right, everyone, that's it for the podcast. Bye.
They're
It can be
okay.
summed up in one word. Fuck. This group.
Oh goodness.
I saved it, guys.
We only get
Save
one
that
F-bomb
word.
and McKenna saved it up.
Yep.
Yay.
And it just this group, we go hard. We don't know. I think we do know when to stop, but the stoplight's a long way down that road from where we can see it, but we know we're not there yet. Yeah, we're, like I said, we're family in the Sicilian mob sort of.
You mess with one of one of us, mess with all of us kind of ordeal.
Yeah, and once you're in, there's no getting out. Yeah. So
Once you're in the skit, you're in for life.
once you're a ranger, you're always a ranger. Is the yeah.
But that's how it is with the Power Rangers. Anna, same question. Overall experience with the Sakura Rangers.
I mean, I think it's funny because prior to the Rangers, me and Patty, we did not do cosplay contests, we did not do skits. We did cosplay chess because our passion was always more on like performing than it was on like competing or like any sort of thing like that. You know, we know a lot of people who do cosplay contests and we were always like there to cheer them on, but it's like, and we still really aren't like big competitors, but it's great to have a group that just sucks you in and won't let you go no matter how much you struggle, because then it means, oh hey, I've got this like, we are really a big group, like for in terms of convention groups. I think,
Oh yeah.
you know, we're probably one of the larger.
The fact they said there's
like
like you said there's like close to, I mean, the main 11, but then like
Yeah.
then
Main
like
is-
the
yeah.
extra 10, so like over
Even
20.
11 is larger than most contests
Yeah.
will allow
I
cosplay group to
I
be.
can't think of, actually I've only ever seen one big group, and that was it was on a show, you know, the show that must not be named, was a big Doctor Who group of all the doctors up to like 11.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
and,
yeah,
Once
no,
again,
no,
that was probably also a one-time group as opposed
Mhm.
to
yeah.
like us with
I
10
think
years
it
of-
was, well, I think it was, but again, 11, I can't, like
Yeah.
most groups I've had on this, the others were like, you know, 8, 9, but they do like events outside of con as well.
Mm.
But
That-
yeah, so it is really nice to have I'm sorry, my cat is trying to be on my
Like,
God
no,
damn it,
you can't.
uh
It's like, no,
He's
you're
like,
done.
"Wrap it
You're
up.
cut off.
Wrap it up."
We're wrapping it up
Um,
here soon. No worries.
But yeah, it's so nice to have a group like this where again it's we're all very passionate about giving a good performance. And you know, with our like halftime shows and that sort of thing, that's where I'm most comfortable in, just sort of being the entertainment. I'm like, I don't want to compete, I don't want to be judged, I just want to go out there and make some folks giggle because I'm certified funny man. And you know, it's really nice to have that like-minded, like big group of people who are like, yeah, great, let's like go out there and do our best performance possible, because it's also inspiring, because we, I think, inspire each other to like, we come up with ideas by like brainstorming in groups. We just, you know, I do think when you get a bunch of very creative people into a room together, what you make together is so much better than just, you know, when you're alone stuck in your room and you're the only one working on it. Like sending it off to anybody else in this group, like any ideas that you have, all of a sudden you've got 5 more ideas.
Just a single tear.
No, there's ones on both sides. It was
Just to
full-on sobbing.
quote General Mustang, it's sad day for
Yeah.
rain, isn't it?
But sir, it isn't. Oh,
See?
Rain
Sir, we're
localized to
indoors.
my face.
Amy, same question. Overall experience with the Sakura Rangers.
It is so rare in adulthood to have a hobby, let alone something more than work in your mundane day to day that you can be passionate about, that you can occupy your mind with.
Right.
It's neat to have non-work related ambitions.
It's also another thing. It's also nice to have friends when you're an adult too.
It is nice to have friends. Like quite a few of us are over 30 and we still have close friends.
I don't want to.
Join us.
I turned 30. I turned 30 this year. Don't remind me.
Well, happy early birthday.
Oh, baby.
And I feel old at the same time. Is that possible to have
Yes.
happen?
Yes.
Okay,
But
I don't have to
this-
see a doctor for that.
This group has been transformative in the way I live and view not just my favoriteest hobby, but my life. I met my husband in this group. In cosplay chess, Tyler came up and he's like, "Hey, my character's gonna hit on you, okay?" And I was like, "Okay," and he hasn't stopped yet, and we've been married.
he's still hitting on you to
playing a
this
character.
day.
He's still in character, I
That's
guess.
cool. Commitment to the
He's a method actor.
How can you say no to that face?
Yeah, he's a cutie pootie. I love that. He's been doing this anyway, this square smile lately.
There it
But
is.
I got completely derailed, but it's been nice. Like again, I said it was so rare to find just Rob who felt the same level of like, I don't just want to do it. I want to do it to the best of my ability. I want to do better each time. I want to keep adding things. And we found 11 people like that. Holy crap, that's so rare and so special. And that's the magic of cons and meeting people who you already have so much common ground with. Your relationships can just exponentially grow.
That's definitely relatable. I mean, that's the whole point of this entire series is what cosplay con talk is just to have cosplayers meet one another from around the world. Anyway, Tyler, overall experience with the Sakura Rangers.
Surreal. That's what I like to say. Just because the fact of how it just all started, being there from the weird beginning of it, and how so many things had to happen for where we are now. And it just keeps progressing. It just keeps going, keeps growing, keeps
Just
we
like the
keep doing
Energizer,
stuff.
just like the Energizer Bunny, just keeps going and going and going.
going and going. It's just that. It's just like now, like if you were like saying, "Hey, yeah, you're gonna be going on and hosting cons and all that kind of stuff," and I'd be like, "Oh, I gotta be presentable." I just fly under the radar. I show up.
I say, if someone told me this, I'd be doing this years ago. I said, "You are full of shit."
Yeah.
Crazy. I just go to KimuraCon so that I can get all that tasty root beer and then let the others.
Oh, wait, they have root beer at Kimura.
Oh, yeah.
Wild Bills at
The one with the tin. The
Yeah.
little-
You get the reusable, yeah.
Oh god, I remember Sac Anime had that back in 2019.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
check
okay.
it out.
Now looking forward to going to.
Oh,
That's why that's why I like Sakura Rangers is I can go get myself some root beer. That's
and just stay. I mean, you're gonna need all that caffeine, especially with all the stuff you guys have.
Root
to
beer's
do.
not
they
caffeinated.
got root beer, they got sarsaparilla, they got cherry cola,
Ooh,
all the options.
I got all
All
them
of them.
things. Nice. And last but not least, Rob, what has your experience been like altogether with the Sakura Rangers?
All right, we're gonna see if I can do this without Zoom deciding to go and kill me here.
Get super
Zoom's
emotional
basically
for it
just
to
been
drop
like
it.
Zoom's just like basically just saying, fuck off. Okay, there's my F word for the night. Good night, everybody.
It's like in The Good Place, rare reference, where the guys like like the cocoon goes up every time someone gets sentimental.
Yep.
Zoom crashes when it detects emotion. Sorry, Rob.
Continue.
It's all good. So, my overall experience with the Rangers kind of sums up in actually one of my worst moments. It was about a month before KimuraCon 2021. We were finally getting the band back together. Conventions were starting to open up again. And I was going through an incredibly hard time in my life. And I had a bit of a mental breakdown. And I was willing to throw everything away for the sake of giving these guys one more good show. And I did something incredibly stupid. And the reaction that came from that was not what they, sorry, you're going to have to bleep this one, but what the fuck is wrong with you? And not, I can't believe you're doing this. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're out. The response was, what's going on? What can we do to help? What happened? This isn't like you. These aren't just people that I perform with. This is not a group that is a job, despite the fact that we all go and put hundreds of hours into effort, or hundreds of hours of effort into each one of these shows. All of us go and give our all for this. These are also people that know me. These are people that care about me the same way that I care about them. They're the ones that pushed me to get to therapy. They're the ones that pushed me to go and fix the problems that were going on. And it took a long ass time to get there, but I am happier and healthier than I've ever been. And that's because of all of these wonderful people. My experience with this group has been the best thing in my life. They not only have given me wonderful memories for years, they gave me my life back. And I do everything I can to make sure that I'm honoring that, because they honored me with their love and protection during a weak time.
I mean, to quote Vin
That's
Diesel, you got family,
that's
man.
Thank you, because I was gonna cry if you kept going.
Honestly,
No.
I didn't know what else to say. I'm tearing up a little bit. I hit a little harder than I thought it was going to.
There are moments where these podcasts do get emotional, and as I always say, there's nothing wrong with that. So finally, since we got all that done, last but not least, I'm gonna have everyone, if they like, to drop their links so people can find you all to keep up with your amazing cosplay and convention stuff. Starting with McKenna, where can people find you on the social medias if they want to follow you?
The social medias, I am only on Instagram because fuck the bird app. That's a
tweet tweet.
bleep that one.
Tweet, tweet,
Yeah,
you know.
Bleep that one. Tweet, tweet
You,
that
you
one.
can have mine. I didn't use mine.
Well, I mean, Rob already mentioned it 3 times. I think that kind of filters in with
Yeah.
everybody.
Which is funny because he's one of the least potty mouth out of everyone here, but
It's true.
He's just
Yeah.
passionate.
passionate. So Instagram, Makanai cosplay. That's MAKENIA cosplay, all one word. Instagram.
Not to be confused with Machina from Final Fantasy X.
Correct.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Anna, where can people find you and your twin on the social medias if they want to check out your cosplay stuff?
Well, I think we're on Instagram, One Spoon Cosplay. It's all spelled out. It's all one word, because my family only has one spoon. That's our motto. Don't ask. And yeah, I think right now we're pretty much only on Instagram. Technically speaking, we have a Facebook page. We are not that active on either of them. Every now and then we'll post that we are going to be at a con and what our lineup is. But yeah, we're real bad at social media because social media is like a full-time job and we don't have the gumption for it. But yeah,
no.
that's where you can vaguely follow us. And you'll probably get updates once every little span of time where we're like, hey, we're going to this con, and you're like, you didn't tell us that you were going months ago. Why now? And we're like, well, this is what we're dressed as.
Shit happens.
It happens. But yes, that is, and I think we usually will post, we try to get some good photos of our costumes. We don't post a lot of progress pictures. Maybe that'll change. Who knows? But yeah, that is where you can follow just the two of us.
Links to that below. Amy, same question. Where can people find you on the social medias to if they want to give you a follow and stay up to date on your cosplay and convention stuff?
Instagram is where I'm the most active. I post progress pictures, I post photos from photo shoots, and I post the occasional reel.
Kitty!
Kitty.
Sorry, I saw another cat.
I'm sorry.
Every time.
fair.
Every time.
I mean, Anna brought their cat out. She might as well, bring another cat out.
Mhm.
Anyone else got any pets to show before in this? As you were,
Rob, no miniature golden retriever for us.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
post pictures of cats because I am very allergic. I love them, but I'm so allergic.
but you, so where can people find you?
It's cosplay me, but it's spelled crazy because my parents felt like they were gonna get creative when naming me.
I've never seen Amy spelled that way before. I'm usually see the original AMY.
Yeah, but it's spelled AIMEE. So the Instagram is COSPLAIMEE.
Basically a play on words of cosplay.
I said cosplay and Amy, and I smushed them together because I
smushed.
was feeling creative.
A portmanteau.
Nice.
Bless you.
Tyler, where can people find you on the social medias if they want to stay up to date on your cosplay stuff?
Okay, so we had
Speaking of
some
crazy
names.
spelling.
You think we've already got cosplay me, Amy spelt weird, and it's cosplay mixed together. It's only gonna get worse from here. Okay.
Oh, God.
It's pronounced. You can find me if you go to Cosplay Amy's. You'll see the occasional me linked.
Not
in
really.
chat.
I haven't soft launched him yet, even though we're married.
Yeah, so I'm in there.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
It's pronounced Zicard. It's just at
Okay,
Zicard.
thank you. I was gonna ask because I saw like the XZR, and I thought, is that like a play on word of Charizard or something?
No, it was just a time where I was just like, I was trying to come up with a cosplay name, and I was like, I need to get one that I know is going to be easy to get.
It is not
Like it's my username too for a lot of
coming up with a social media name.
Yeah, it's just like it was a username. I use it for all my video games, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I want one that I know isn't going to be taken. So I threw some X's and Z's in there. I'm Canadian, so I say Z instead of Z. But it is X. I'll do this for the Americans. X Z K A R D. And that's just, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook. Yeah. X-ray, Zulu, Kilo, Alpha, Romeo, Delta. For the phonetics out there.
Nice. And Rob, where can people find you on the social media if they want to stay up to date with your cosplays and your zaniness?
What is social media for 500?
It's okay. That's what I'm in charge of here.
yeah. I was gonna say. So Seattle Beast Cosplay on Instagram. And I am legitimately trying to get better about it. I get self-conscious.
I don't think I've posted in like 2 years now. I used to post a lot, and I don't think I've
just
posted
follow
in
me. I
2 years.
post the most.
Just
Amy,
if you really want to follow
most.
me, though, if you really want to follow all of our progress,
There we
why
go.
not follow Sakura Rangers on
Mhm.
Instagram. That is where we're most active. Amy runs that. She's fantastic at it. And we're going to be legitimately posting some new stuff soon. We're going to have some behind the scenes photos and videos going up of us getting ready for KomoriCon here in the next couple of weeks to months. So
oh man, yeah, that is
keep an eye open.
And
if
the
you want a little
YouTube,
preview.
right, Rob?
September,
Yes,
October,
and of course our YouTube.
November.
Yes.
God, that's in 3 months.
Yep.
Ah! Sorry,
Fine.
I also
We're
staff
doing
and run the
great.
cosplay contest there.
Don't remind me.
want it.
I'm still waiting for them to post their press coverage thing.
Yeah.
Because I want to apply for that because I want to interview you guys in person. At
Just
that
throw
con.
them an email ahead of time.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I will. I will. Like once they post a thing, gotta send all that funny stuff. But yeah, I think that should do it again. All of you guys, thank you for coming on to talk about the Sakura Rangers. I've been meaning to get a hold of you for a while now. It's just crazy busy with work and then also trying to basically have this, as I call it, my second job that I don't get paid for.
You sound like me when I'm making excuses to my parents as to why I didn't call them. I've been trying to get around
It's
to
a
it.
little bit
life
of a
be
legitimate
crazy,
excuse,
yo.
okay? Stop pestering me, Mom.
I just am really busy right now.
I'm being an adult and living my own life. Gosh. Anyway, you all know where you can find me. Link in the description below. As always, I am Wayne the Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you for watching.
Thank you, Wayne.
Welcome.
Thank you.